Breaking Dawn. Breaking Dawn. So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning. Of course, my name is Stefan Reese and we're coming off the back of another long weekend in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, it's the Easter weekend, or it was the Easter weekend. And we are back after leaving you on Thursday. So we probably have a lot of ground to cover when you take into consideration what would have taken place over the weekend, the Holy Weekend. And we're in the middle of an election. You know what I mean? That was called, during Lent. During Ramadan. Yeah. Anyway. We're going to get straight into it. There are some issues surrounding the EBC that we're going to talk about this morning. As a matter of fact, Marsha Walker from the NTA put out a whole video talking about the EBC and special voting. And we're going to run it. We're going to run it. Right? We're going to run it. And the reason, and I'll tell all you why we're running that video, and I'll tell all you after we run it. So let me speed through the news day. So cousins drowned at Sans Souci Beach, and Titi and world leaders pay tribute to Pope Francis. The people's Pope dies. Yep, Pope Francis died yesterday, Easter Sunday. Wow, that's a big one. All right. So the Pope has passed on, and on page 5 of the Newsday, search continues for teen's body, cousins drowned at Sans Souci Beach. Pope Francis's death triggers selection of new pontiff, the next step for the Vatican. Easter Monday cool down at Vestany, man. A teen carries his grandmother to the beach. That was so heartwarming. Zion calendar. The picture is in the paper on page 8. You can take a little look at it there, man. The beaches were, of course, busy this weekend. Top Cop condemns police liming in bar. It did like that no start, Benjamin. That going on for the longest while. You didn't know that? I find, it's like things that have been happening for the longest while, like people now, I don't know, like they now realize that it was happening. Anyhow, regiment member among 6 arrested in Komuto. Look this idiot in the paper here on page 11. Terence Yalsing. But we will get to him, a little frightened. Let me see. Nothing really, which is very interesting that there is no article on the special voter issues that were faced by some, but nevertheless, not in the paper, but at least it's not in this paper, right? I don't know what news they're up to date with, but we'll come back to all of that. So, before we get into that video, because all in all the thing does go, we're in the week of election, so I would imagine we have a little thing in the breaks as well. But let me tell you about Olive's House. So Olive's House Senior Care Facility, which is located in the serene Sangre Chiquito area of Sangre Grande at Rosie Latchman Avenue, Eastern Main Road, James Smart Village. Olive's House is beautifully situated. They have that spacious main area, that full living and dining room, the fully equipped medical wards, as well as assisted living quarters, inclusive of all the required amenities. Now, it's designed to offer comfort, freedom of movement, and support to your loved ones in their senior years. And Olive's House is operated 24/7 by a staff of professional, qualified geriatric personnel. Hot meals are prepared daily according to specified dietary requirements. And to find out more about the services offered at Olive's House and the accommodations, all you have to do is give them a call on 232-6367, 291-7919, or 374-4165. You could also find them on Facebook and Instagram. So that is Olive's House. Make sure and check them out today. Also, Chef Shiraz. Chef has 3 courses starting on the 26th of April. That is this coming Saturday. So they are the Creative International Cuisine, the Certificate in Culinary Arts, and he also has the cake decorating. So a payment plan and job opportunities are available. To find out more, just give Chef a call or a WhatsApp on 372-4639 or 737-5097. All right, so check him today. All right, we also have Run Stefan Run, as we at 8 minutes past the hour, 6 o'clock. So Run Stefan Run is definitely on Sunday, May 25th, people. I don't want to all you, now that the Easter weekend has passed, I know a lot of people would have planned to travel and so on and so forth. I want you to go out and get registered at the end of this month. You can register online at trinbagoevents.com, which is the easier thing to do. All right, trinbagoevents.com. All you need to do is just go up at trinbagoevents.com. You look for the event, it's right there. You register, you fill out the information, you pay with your debit card or your credit card, you're inside. All right, now I know that a lot of people prefer to pay cash. So what we're going to do for those those people that like to walk in and they want to pay cash and get themselves registered the old-fashioned way, this is going to take a little time out of my day, but I am at Synergy TV today, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. All right, so this whole week I will be here, and I will be here from 9 to 1 p.m. because I still have some running around to do. All right, maybe I could, well, anytime after 1 that you come, Kelmore will be here. But from 9 to 1, I'll be here. So you could come down right here at Synergy TV Studios. You could get yourself registered here for Run Stefan Run. Remember, we are supporting 2 charities this year, which is the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center. And we would really like this to be the biggest Run Stefan Run ever. Over $40,000 in cash and prizes up for grabs. All right? Including that $5,000 first prize for the winner, male and female. And we have prizes, cash prizes, going all the way down to 10th place. So make sure and come out. We got lots of giveaways for the non-competitive participants. So all you have to do is just register online, preferably. I would, that would be the thing to do. It's the easier thing to do. And like I say, if you're not up to date with the technology and how to do these things, I'm sure you have a son, a daughter, a nephew, a niece, a grandson, a granddaughter, whatever the case might be, who are very, very in tune with it, and they'll show you how easy that process is. All right? So remember, we had to postpone it to May 25th. It was originally supposed to be this coming weekend. And I know a lot of people will say, well, we have a whole month and that kind of thing. Now, we have crossed 200 registrations online. I think the last count is 264. That means that we will be pulling the first 200 people and setting aside those polos for them. So we're going to have that going on. Then, after that, to the women, we have some nice tights, boy. We have some tights. Oh, God. We can't get a jersey and a tights, I'm telling you straight. But we have some tights, boy. So some of you will get the tights. The tights actually worth more than the jersey. Lord Father. You understand? I'm sure that tights are about $60 or more. Right? And, $200 a register. You're getting that, you're getting your medal, you're getting a breakfast. I don't know what, oh, God, boy. And somehow you'd rather find money within that to give to the 2 charities. Lord Father, help me. All right. So get yourself registered, people. But I will be here this week as we get the walk-in registration going on. So you can come down, you can check me here. You can get yourself registered for Run Stefan Run. On the issue with the promo codes, I'm still trying to finalize something with TrinbagoEvents.com. I think he had put things in place, and I just have to organize the promo codes that was sent a print over the weekend, but the printer didn't get back to me over the weekend to tell me, well, if it's ready or not. And when I tried to call, I didn't get through to them. So I'll have to get through to them today. Once those promo codes are available, it will be distributed to specific sports and games outlets, and you can just walk into those outlets and purchase the promo code. You pay cash to purchase the promo code, and then you go online, you just put in the promo code, and all you need to do is fill out the information. You don't need to pay again. So you don't need to pay with your debit card or your credit card if that is the issue for the people with the online registration. All right, so having said all of that, we want to get on to brass tacks now and get cracking here. So Marsha Walker put out a video over the weekend. As a matter of fact, I think it was yesterday, either yesterday or Sunday, about the special voting. We're going to run you that video. I want you to listen. I want you to absorb it. I want you to think, right? Because after this video, we're going to a break, and then we're coming back to the phone line. Because the EBC the EBC is supposed to have things well organized and under control at this point. It ain't their first rodeo. Yeah? And the fact that all these little issues popping up now, then serious red flags have to be waved. We heard talks of international observers coming up to, no, we ain't here, no follow-up on that, but they come and they tell you, yes, we right here tonight, we're going to have it there. We know CARICOM is coming, because they cannot refuse CARICOM. Right? But take it, Marsha Walker, and then we're going to go to a break. Run the Marsha for me.
6:23 sent a WhatsApp message to some, phone call to others, nothing official, but Sunday night, hours before special voting is due to start, saying that there's a change in the forms that we need to bring. Now, we have something called the Representation of the People's Act. So everything to deal with elections is detailed. I mean, it's like 400 pages, and it's all there. Every single detail, including the forms, all there in law. The forms that the EBC sent out asking for at 6:30, saying, hey, look, we changed our mind. These are the forms that you need to bring in the morning during a public holiday. Those forms are not even the correct requirement based on the law, based on the Representation of the People Act, right? Anyways, I gone with all my forms because I know that is not the right form you're asking for. So I gone with the form you're asking for and the form that is by law. Because, just in case you realize the chaos and you fix it, and then I have to be up and down with you. I work with everything. Reach for the 50. So it's a form 50 and a form 51. And I don't want to confuse you with all the numbers. But anyway, reach there, and the special polling presiding officer says, well, I need the appointment of an agent form. I said, well, I'm the candidate, so I don't need an appointment of the agent form. So she said, oh, well, in that case, this is the wrong form, and I'm sitting down there and I'm saying, well, this is what I was told, and would you like to go call the returning officer? Well, the returning officer have nothing to do with today, blah, 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 whatever. Anyways, I have to keep this form though. I say, you could keep the form, I just want to be here. Because all the running around, I was already late now for the witnessing of the box, the opening of the box. All the running around and all the back and forth, and this form is the wrong form and all kind of thing. I say, I just want to sit down. In talking now, she realized, she's saying, well, you were supposed to have the 66. I said, but ma'am, I have the 66. I had that 66 all the time. But if you would hear me out, if you were listening to me, we got a message from the EBC last night changing the form. I said, I had that form all the time. She said, oh, well, bring the form. That's the form that I need, and you could keep this 51 now. Cool. I show her the form. Here's where my real... The first one, the ad hoc change in the form, and the form is not even what the law requires, that's not even the bad thing in this video. I show her my Form 66, signed by a JP as it's supposed to be. She tell me she can't accept the form because the JP signed it and stamp it since April 11th. I say, ma'am, you appreciate that planning, that good planning, would allow for the JP to sign before election day. You can't possibly expect that a JP signs on election day. I would have my form, we would fill it out, and the JP would sign beforehand. She don't want to hear me because she just doing what she trained to do, and that's what ABC tell her. I'm making she work hard. So I said, this is worrisome because special voting is one polling agent with one polling station and is one voter coming in every hour. On election day, it is not going to be the same. So are you telling me that my polling agents need to have their appointments and their declaration of secrecy signed by a JP that's dated that morning? Because polling agents, the 70 plus of them that I have for election day, come in for 5 a.m. So how is that working out? I don't know, you know. I just telling you what I was trained to do. So I had to go to the returning officer and say, this is crazy. It's absolutely insane. And the EBC need to work this out in writing. Because, you see, these problems that happen on special voting, you refuse my Form 66 because the JP signed it on the 11th of April, is madness. Absolute madness. And it's 1:51 that are doing this video. I asked the JP, the returning officer, I said, I would require something in writing. I said, because I am making a formal complaint. They took my report of the incident, etc., etc. They said, don't go to the media, please, don't, you know, whatever, because it will bring the EBC into disrepute. I said, well, the EBC has brought themselves into disrepute. But out of respect for the good work that y'all are trying to do, this specific Diego Martin West office, I will hold up and I will wait. But I want something in writing from the CEO that says that she's acknowledged. I say, because when we go to the courts to say this has not been a free and fair election that has been run accordance to the law, I didn't want nobody to put me on a witness box and say, so why I didn't raise the issue? So I'm raising the issue officially, take my report, and I want in writing that you have received such report. And just like the Tuna Puna and the 10 extra ballots and whatever mistake all you make sure it's in writing that the EBC has made yet another mistake. It's 1:52, nothing's been forthcoming. I kept my word and I am here telling you all what is going on inside of the EBC. Now move on to point number, I think this is point number 3 now, because the first was the lack of the communication, the ad hoc, you change the forms. Well, it's now 4. And then the second point was the forms are actually not in alignment with the Representation of the People's Act. And then the third point is you crazily think that my JP should sign it on the morning of election. Now let's move on to something that is very concerning. We have a deadline of today to present a list of polling agents to the EBC. EBC mad? Not only is that nowhere to be found again in the law, it is not a requirement. There's a reason for that. You want to poach my polling agents? You want to intimidate my polling agents? Why do you need to know my polling agents this early in the game? You know when you need to know my polling agents? When they show up on election morning with their forms, their declaration of secrecy and their appointment form. That's the only time you need to know it. You are setting up my polling agents to be victimized and to be poached and to be paid off and to be bribed and to all kind of thing. EBC needs to get their act together. You are not starting off on good footing at all, at all, at all. This is the first day of voting and I'm sorely disappointed. To Trinidad and Tobago though, all they need to come out in all their numbers. And to Diego Martin West, everybody who vote for me, the 10,000 or all that are going to vote for me, as you vote, message 499 walk with your name and say you vote. I know it's supposed to be your business. But keep it to yourself or whatever, because I don't know whether sign an affidavit or something, because we're going to fight. We have to fight Trinidad and Tobago. Otherwise, we will end up like Venezuela, where we do not understand the concept of free and fair election. So while there is still time to fight Trinidad and Tobago, find your strength and fight. This that I witnessed this morning, and that's why I didn't send a polling agent, because from the time the forms were not in alignment with the law and your method of communication was all over the place, I said, let me go myself and see what's going on. And it is madness going on. It's stark bad. EBC needs to fix it, and fix it fast. And if you ask me, they need to crush this whole morning, this whole thing, because I need to go and see the box was empty. We start off real bad. EBC needs to fix it. Trinidad, stand and fight. Come out in all your numbers. Come out in all your numbers. We heading to Venezuela. We really headed to Venezuela status.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
At the age of 12 years old, I attended Bishop Anstey High School. At the time, I didn't have access to a laptop and my mom couldn't afford it. But thankfully to the UNC government, I was able to have access to one, and it was so much easier to not have to worry about sending in my assignments on time. And I'm so grateful. Thanks, Auntie Cams. When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji. Are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868-384-3844. Located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Whether we are on the road or in a fest, we sure to mash it up. Cause we bring the energy, that's who we be. We party till we jump. Hey, until Larry. Yeah, man, God, you ready for this one? I'm ready. Okay, let's go. I see people, plenty people. I see people, VI people. Anytime you see this one consistent, we go be the last man standing. From the time we shake up the band, watching people them start to jam, we'll be the last man standing. From the time we reach on the stage, we don't
care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Hey! All you let we go Vincy Mas this year! I don't hear everybody talking about the vibes, the all-inclusive party, the juve, the street parade, and the competitions in pan, mass, and calypso. And don't talk about soca monarch, it's real bad. And to top it off, Vincy Mas is easy on the pocket, but it's classy and very safe. So all you let we go Vincy Mas this year is June 27th to July 8th, and we in that.
Book your tickets and accommodations early. For more information, email info@vincymas.vc or find them on IG at Vincy_Mas, on Facebook at Vincy Mas, or log on to www.vincymas.vc.
Let we go Vincy Mas 2025!
To strengthen your immune system, you need to nourish your body with foods rich in antioxidants. Exercise regularly and build your immunity with supportive nutrients. That's why the experts at Jameson created products for immune support made with pure ingredients. For 100 years, Jameson has helped take care of you and your family. At Jameson, your wellness will always be our goal. Jameson, here for your health.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Inefficiencies of the St. Joseph Community Center. Since we're here since 2 o'clock waiting to vote as a special elector. The time is now 3:33. Still can't vote yet. Inefficiencies of the EBC system. A woman actually fainted away when the ambulance just reached to give us assistance. Faint away. And it's 3:30, and we still have at least an hour here. So right now.
All right. So that there was another issue there raised by, one of the voters, part of the electorate. And I really had to wonder if this is EBC's first rodeo. Right? So you heard Marsha Walker a little while ago talking and complaining about her, or bringing to light her experience. And you heard from one of the voters saying how long they've been there, but due to inefficiencies with the EBC at the St. Joseph office, they can't. Now that's St. Joseph, Marsha Walker talking about the Martin West. All right. I'm going to make my point and we go open the phone line. But before we do so, I want to remind you guys about Jameson. Yeah. So, Jameson, boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles, all right, such as their cold fighter with echinacea, vitamin C chews with a honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. Chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson, trusted vitamins and minerals. And also want to remind you about St. Lucia. So the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival is on, and this year's festival promises to be bigger and better than ever before, blending world-class jazz with the rich cultural heritage of St. Lucia. Expect a fusion of music, dance, and visual arts that will captivate your senses and leave you in awe. And the festival will be highlighting the vibrant art scene with exhibitions, performances, and cultural showcases throughout the island. This year, the arts component is truly unique, and you're going to see an incredible collaboration between local and global talents, bringing St. Lucia's creative spirit to life in stunning new ways. So, make sure and get your tickets now. And to get your tickets, because opening night is the 30th of April, which is next week, and you can get those tickets at St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com. All right. We got about 6 minutes to take some calls. I have listened to Marsha Walker complain. I have listened to the video with the voter complaining. I just want to say this as we go to the phone line. A week ago, when Wendy Lewis raised the issue, and she held a press conference, Wendy Lewis, very experienced person, worked with Patrick Manning in San Fernando East for years as a member of the PNM. She crossed over, she come UNC, and she dealing with John Michael Aliboka's campaign. When she held the press conference last week, and she gave a detailed report, time-stamp. She called names. She took names, everything, right? Why wasn't there concerns from all opposing political parties? Why? It's like, it's like everything else in this country. Nothing is worthy of your attention until it happens to you. Anyway, I leave in that right there. And I go say something else just now. But I go stick up in right now. Right? We're going to the phone line, 327-7400. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Stefan. They go Central here. How are you going?
Yeah, they go Central. Go ahead, talk to us.
Well, I am not surprised by any of these statements that have been made by the opposing sides. Because, I had personal experience in 2020. But fortunately in 2020, the officer I had in Dong Mayaro was very nice. And when I went up in local down on the west side here, the gentleman that I had was very good too. But I could tell you from experience from other colleagues, campaign colleagues, one who went up in Maraval, we were all given different instructions from different returning officers pertaining to the nomination documents. So when you get nominated, you have to get people to nominate you from the constituency, right? Some were told that you need to get copies of the people's IDs.
Yeah.
Some were told that they were supposed to walk with the people's IDs. And these things were done deliberately to frustrate the candidates. We had a particular candidate came back to the office 5 minutes or so just before the cutoff was. And because he was waiting to be seen, the time went over and they refused to take his documents. So I am not surprised at all. These are the games that are played and it is unfair because it's supposed to be a democratic process. And everybody must have an equal opportunity to put their nominations in and to look at the system, and the ones who are observing supposed to be there to observe without any issues. But it is being done to frustrate the candidates and to frustrate the process, especially for the smaller parties, because they're the ones who don't have the resources like the bigger ones. You understand? And they do that deliberately to deter them.
All right, cool. No problem.
And I just want to say one more thing, Stefan, before we go. And I want to be quick. It's an all-time low I have seen with the advertising from the Red Party. It is disgusting what they are doing. And unfortunately, some people may like what they're doing, but the majority of the people are disgusted by what they're doing and what they're putting out. And they're making the case for the other side. So that's good.
Okay.
And Stefan, you know what the code is, and have a good one.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're going again. Let me go again here. I only have about a minute or two to squeeze a couple calls. Hello, good morning.
Hey, Stefan, good morning. How are you?
I'm just fine. Go ahead.
I want to say one thing before, and I need to ask you a question. In the first place, the EBC officer, right? Are they questioning the integrity of the JP?
Well,
No, a JP has a certain purpose, certain morals, ethics, and legal, ability and stuff. You don't question. And my next statement to the person, Marsha, and I don't know who she represents, right? So I'm going to ask you after.
The NTA, she represents the
if it is
NTA.
that your polling clerks, right, are committed to what they stand for. By this time, nobody could coerce them, change their mind, bully them, and stuff like that. No.
Well, it's supposed to be like that, but I've heard otherwise.
Said this, yes. Now that I said this, right? Did you say whose party or and stuff is she representing?
She's the NTA candidate for the Martin West.
Okay, and just like you say, it wouldn't stop. Where was the question when Miss Lewis would have raised
when did Lewis raise the issue in San Fernando East? Where was he? Why all didn't jump up and say, but wait, hold on, Wendy, how much of them call Wendy, contact Wendy, or anything like that? I had a conversation with Wendy to say, listen, what went on there? They're pretending not to know what has happened in the past.
This is a dangerous road we are going down, but don't worry, I am sure litigation is being, well,
we're going to see.
Being made out. You understand?
We're gonna see.
All right, Stefan. Take
Yeah,
care.
no
Have
problem.
a good day.
I'll squeeze one more, and then I'll take the break. You see, this was happening. All they want to pretend like you don't know what has taken place. In 2020, when the UNC was waving all them red flags, saying discrepancy here, when the video come out with all the ballots thrown in the bush, and a certain man walking into a polling station where he ain't supposed to be with an envelope, and all the other things that took place in 2020, everybody turned a blind eye to that. You understand? We know the history of the individual that running the EBC. Well, they forget Guyana or what? Morning. I don't forget, you know. What going on?
Morning. Well, you see why we need international observers in order to ensure that the election is free and fair. Before they could come in, they already started with the special voting.
Yeah.
So it is already headed in that direction, which part they want to steal the elections. It is paying them trump card to use the EBC to do whatever they have to do. And this is where we have to be extra vigilant now to ensure that the boxes are empty first, to ensure that these votes are coming in and is presented by certain people and not they just pad it up. So if in a constituency you would lose by 10 votes or 20 votes, you just lost before the election starts. So all the parties have to wake up now and watch this very close. And as the opposition leaders say, take the day off, come out with the numbers. When you have the large amount of people, it is difficult to say no.
Yeah, it have a saying called too big to rig. So when the margin of victory is too big, it is very hard to rig.
Right, and there will be other methods they're using too. They'll be switching off boxes from different polling stations to other polling stations too. So these things I have to look at, because when they transfer any box, you can't follow the vehicle. So there are many things happening will be happening. So we need internationals international observers ban.
All right.
You have a
Yeah, man.
have a good day.
And I had to go to a break, unfortunately, because we got a few commitments to fulfill. But you see, my point is simply this, these are concerns that have been raised in the past. This is not the EBC's first rodeo. So to say, and Marsha Walker is the second person to say it, because Wendy Lewis said it a week ago, that they're trying to say they're not the form. Marsha Walker just mentioned that they bring the wrong form. So what is going on in the EBC? You telling me that all they're conducting elections for the longest while under this said individual, and all of a sudden all they don't know which form is the right form, and all they don't have the right form, and all they giving people blank piece of paper to sign, and all kind of thing. And when Wendy Lewis mentioned her experience, she mentioned one of the members of the Patriotic Front, a fellow named Gill, who apparently is the campaign manager for one of the candidates in the election. And when the media spoke to him, he said as far as he saw, the EBC workers were just doing their job and things must change at some time. I want to tell the Gill man, but you ought to be the biggest clown it have, right? And that is why you had to wonder now, if anybody considering like these other little what they calling them now, pop-up parties. You don't change, things have to change, but that change has to be initiated and expressed and put forward to all political parties way before. You have to explain them, these are the changes that are taking place. You don't come to create, you don't come to change things on the day of a special voting. Where's an idiot? Or you was just trying to downplay the serious issue that Wendy Lewis raised. So I'm glad Marsha Walker and them know that we headed to Venezuela, because all of the signs have been there for the longest while, but everybody busy fighting and pulling and tugging, and who feelings and emotions and all that nonsense. You understand? And all in recognizing, but wait now, you know, but this wrong. And all their motto is, well, we could disagree, but we could still hug up and jump up together and whine in the road. Let me tell you something. I must be built different, you know. I have to be built different. If I am going up against somebody who I suspect has infiltrated every independent institution in the country, is responsible for the selection process of a commissioner of police being interfered with. Independent officers, you know, is responsible for the EBC, right? Because if I believe, or the perception is that they've infiltrated the EBC, and I believe that they are not conducting things fairly, then if they are doing things like that, they are interfering with the democracy of Trinidad and Tobago and the rights of citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. And you want to tell me I have to be friend with them? But you must be mad or something, yes, boy. Let me take a break, eh? Them must see them. I tell you, is jokers in this place, you know. Is jokers in this place, boy. Take the break. We come back.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
Businesses win with lower taxes. Families win with no property taxes. You will win with dialysis clinics. Families will win when we give them legal firearms to defend their home. And the senior citizens will win of having doctors visit senior citizens in their homes. Our children will win with laptops, textbooks, expanded gate, and scholarships.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn.
I remember you.
On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
Coloring your hair is now easy with Bigen Easy Color for Men. Bigen's advanced cream formula prevents stains and drips, and it gets rid of the gray in 10 minutes. Bigen Easy Color for Men, for a natural color at no gray.
Whether we are on the road or in a fence, we sure to mash it up. Cause we bring the energy, that's who we be. We party till we jump. Hey, until Larry. Yeah, man, come on. You ready for this one? I'm ready. Okay, let's go. I see people, plenty people. I see people, VI people.
Consult Vedic astrologer Tulasi Prasad, who offers profound insights into an individual's life path and astrology journey in Trinidad and Tobago. Master can guide you with astrology and horoscope readings, love spell casting, family disputes, marriage problems, health problems, job and business problems. Master also is experienced in effective black magic removal remedies, negative energy removal remedies, reuniting loved ones, and many more. To get Master's guidance, call us now.
At +1 868 398 7547, located in Trinidad and Tobago.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Healthy hair starts with Shamir. Restore starved, damaged, dropping hair with Shamir herbal hair products. Formulated scientifically with aloe, ratchet, and panthenol for growth and nourishment. Shamir.
All right, so we're back. As we return, let me see. I'm gonna get GNP. So JNP Pest Control Limited, experts in all types of pest control, ranging from termites to rodents, ants, cockroaches, lawn pest, and much more. Armed with the latest techniques and technologies, including fumigation for drywood termites, JNP Pest Control's professionally trained staff are ready to tackle even the most difficult infestations. So for a free inspection and quotation, you can contact them today at 61 to 65 Covine Road in Diego Martin. You could also phone their office. You could call them on 227-0835, or you could WhatsApp them on 250-8397. You can email them at jppestcontrol@hotmail.com and let them shield your home or business from pesky pest. And Eden Heights. So Eden Heights Clinic, one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean, and they offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, limb bagging, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, and more. They also offer consultation services in arthritis, sport injuries, child counseling, diabetes, supplements, detox programs, and more. So you could check them out at any one of their 3 locations in Trinity City, Chaguanas, or Tobago, and you could give them a call on 640-8985 or 613-7571. You can also WhatsApp them at 493-9196 or email them at edenheightsdistributors@gmail.com. All right, so with that, I want to go back to the phone lines. We have 3 minutes. Lord Father. All right. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Well, boy, if they can win it fair, thief, what go see?
No, well, you see, this is my point.
I watching.
This is my point. The perception of that has occurred, right? Could we be honest with that? That there is a clear perception that this is taking place.
What do you mean? By even Ray Charles could see that they put the people in place to steal this election. Now, I watching Terrible Terry on a video day.
Yeah.
You trying to tell me in this day of everybody have camera, you trying to tell people that they have 2 black vans moving around the community, giving away money, weed, and alcohol. Now
Guys,
tell me,
I haven't had the clip to play. I don't know if it like he was talking to 3 people. It's only 3 people I see on the sidewalk.
Yeah, but I tell you, up on my side, about 2 weeks ago, Foster Cummings and them had a truck with about 13 people behind the truck. People on the outskirts don't want to hear about that, man. You want to know why? Because everything concentrated in La Joqueta. So La Joqueta getting everything. We on the outskirts here again, nothing you want to come now? But
I have
my
heard
dog
that.
stoops and go down in the back.
I have heard that. Yeah.
You understand? My potong watch them stoops and go down in the back. Because nobody want to hear them.
All right.
You going up on a pulpit with documents to show what the UNC doing from what they are doing. Me, I want to hear that part now. All in charge of the last 10 years. Come with documents and proof and show we, well, we do this for it, we do that for it, we do the other. Me, I want to hear about what UNC do. Apparently, everything now is blame Kamala after 10 years, boy. Them really have a tabanka, boy. I feel plenty of them fellas need to go and do us exchanges.
Boy, all right, cool. Morning.
Morning, Stefan.
Morning, man. Go ahead.
Yes. I want to go directly to Nizam Mohammed trying to tell the Muslim community not to vote. I think that is disingenuous. In 2018, they persecuted the Mohammed's family, Kamal Mohammed's family, when they raided the house, the whole village, and saying they wanted to disrupt the carnival in 2018. Most of those people, I think all of those people were free because they went after Mohammed because Kamal jumped the fence and went with the UNC. In 1990, another Muslim group attacked the state, a failed coup. They went to the Privy Council and they were freed. After 5 years, the PNM was screening the leader. So what Nizam have to say about all of those things? I want the Muslim community to understand why they were persecuting the Mohammed's Muslim up there and not prosecuting the 1990 coup people. Okay. What was the reason? And I don't want to say that it's an ethnic bias. It might be political.
Okay.
You understand what I'm going? So people, Muslim, my brothers and sisters, be very careful where you're getting your information and who telling you what to do. I'll go and have a nice morning.
No problem, man. I'll take one more, and then I had to go to a break. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, man. Go ahead, man.
Trying
it's
to
a fresh voice, boy. Go ahead.
Great. Yes, Stefan, I'm a new caller.
Okay, nice.
And I want to shift the conversation just for a while. Yesterday, I attended the Easter horse racing up at the Rima, and which I normally do on certain days of horse racing. I love horse racing.
Okay.
And boy, it was really, really devastating to me. After one of the races, which would have been the third race I got, if my memory serves me correctly, one of the horse that ran the race collapsed. And I said to my wife, I said, you know, the way the horse collapsed, he's not going to live. He's going to die. And so said, so done. After a period of about a half an hour, they had the ambulance there and a few officials in probably the medical field or whatever. But, you know, the sad thing about it that really devastated me, apart from the horse dying there, is how they removed the horse from the field. I was expecting that they would have had some sort of hoist to lift the horse
it up, yeah.
and put it on a vehicle or something of that nature. However, to my great surprise, here comes a tractor, tie the horse probably by the legs or some part, and drag the horse straight across up the track and across the track, and God alone know what happened to the horse after that. But I would really wish that you could investigate it.
I'll find out about
and with the relevant authorities.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, I'll find out.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, no
Bye bye.
I had to go to a break. Yep. All right, thanks. Nah, man, that's not the way to do that. Have we gotten so, as the resources in Santa Rosa been decimated to the point where they can't even carry out an operation like that in a decent manner, or up to international standards? You don't tie a horse to a tractor and drag the horse. This should have to be good. This is what we live in, you know. This is what we live in. And that's just an example of the total collapse. A total collapse, you know. Anybody at this point that's telling you not to vote, you should look at them, watch them good, right? Watch them good, and understand that they are a representation of every single thing that's wrong in this country. I had to go to a break, you know, so I can't really, but when I come back. Director, let me go to the break.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
What is causing the PNM to attack public servants, social media persons, and everybody who is fed up with them? That is their attack. The PNM's worst nightmare in this election is that the people will get their fair share of the resources of Trinidad and Tobago. That is their fair. The people of our land must have an equal share, an equal space, an equal place in this land, which is ours. Their worst nightmare of the PNM is that public servants will get more money in their pockets. We will do that. We will work with the public servants. The elderly will have a better standard of living. Young people have meaningful jobs, but they will have more access to affordable homes. And you will have more access to Forex, the famous Forex that they now find. After 10 years, they're now finding Forex. So we are asking for your vote, yes. But we want to earn your vote. We want to work for that vote.
As we approach Election Day, we continue to be steadfast in our commitment to earning your vote. We have been sharing our people-centered plans and policies with you for quite some time now. We have been very strategic. Our platform has been one of truth and empowerment. We are not about a fete and wine, and Mama Guy politics Philip spoke about earlier. It's not about a fete and the wine. Of course, we'll have nice music. Okay, I mean, have some beautiful songs, and we love the music. But that's not what it is about. We are the party in this election with a campaign that is positive. We'll meet you where you are, in national meetings, in various constituencies, community meetings in your areas, and cottage meetings on your streets. We are also the only party in this election to take the time to sit and hear from you. When we have our weekly town hall meetings, remember those weekly meetings? And people think this just started. If you all have a good memory, we started town hall meetings sometime since last year. It's just that we're doing more of them now because there are a lot of governance issues that are to be raised. And we are present on all media platforms so you can see for yourself and read for yourself. This is because we want you to know that we understand how serious this election is and that we are not taking anything or anyone for granted. As we always say, yellow is the code. Yellow is the code. Love is the code. Love is the code. And when UNC wins, everybody wins.
On April 28th, vote UNC.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
Businesses win with lower taxes. Families win with no property taxes. You will win with dialysis clinics. Families will win when we give them legal firearms to defend their home. And the senior citizens will win of having doctors visit senior citizens in their homes. Our children will win with laptops, textbooks, expanded gate, and scholarships.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
It's time to secure what matters most. Your family, your home, your peace of mind. Secure them all with Armor Security. Advanced protection starts from just $4 per day. Armor Security, powered by Flow, partnered with AllPro, inspired by you. Visit us in-store or online at discoverflow.co to learn more.
Introducing Open Minds Primary School Lessons 100% online.
Get quality education from the comfort of your home. Affordable, expert-led online tuition to help your child succeed. Register today. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or visit www.openminds.education.
Most popular psychic and spiritual healer, Master Santosh Ji, are you worried about the problems in your life? Are you facing problems in your relationship? Do you have problems in your job or business? Are you facing health issues? Then the only solution. Master Santosh Ji. He is an expert in palm, face and horoscope reading. Know your future and change the way of your life. He is expert in solving problems related to love, relationship, job, health, finance, sexual, enemy, spiritual problem, many more. He removes all negativity and gives good luck. He is specialist in getting back loved ones and ex-love back. Get an effective solution for all your problems. Call Master Santosh Ji at +1 868 384 located in all over Trinidad and Tobago.
Attention everyone! The Office of the Prime Minister Communications has launched a brand new WhatsApp channel designed to keep you informed and connected like never before. Get real-time updates, breaking news, and important information directly from the source. With our WhatsApp channel, you'll always know what's happening when it's happening. Joining is easy. Use your phone camera, scan this QR code, tap follow, and that's it. You're in. Be sure to tap the notification bell to never miss an update. Stay informed, stay empowered. Join the conversation with the Office of the Prime Minister Communications WhatsApp channel today.
Before you take your omega-3 supplement, check for the natural product number NPN on the label. This unique code shows that Jameson products have approved rigorous Health Canada testing for safety and effectiveness. Unlike some supplements that carry disclaimers like not approved by the FDA, Jameson omega-3 is the trusted choice, offering 1800 milligrams of EPA and DHA for heart health. Choose quality. Choose Jameson.
All right, so we're back, and we are 10 minutes past here, 7 o'clock. We got set well, but coming up in a little bit. But before we get back into the thing, I'll play that clip with Terence Yelsing, because I have a follow-up story to that to do with Alicia Sibaran. I don't know how many of you saw it in the newspaper, but we'll get to that headline shortly. Dr. Rajiv Sriram, I know you're trying to get on to me, don't frighten. It was the Holy Weekend. I do deal with politics and I do deal with business on Easter weekend. So at this point in time, Gopal's. Not Gopal's. So Gopal's Massage Therapy Center, they're saying don't let muscular pain and injuries win. Why not consult a specialist with over 30 years of experience? Ease those aches and pains. Visit licensed massage therapists at Gopal's Massage Therapy Center, located at number 68 Market Street, Gopal Lands in Marabella. Foreign trained and licensed in Florida, Trinidad and Tobago, with over 30 years of experience. You can call them on 658-3907 or 496-1111. Services include medical massage therapy, sports injury treatment, aromatherapy, Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, sport massage, and much more. So make sure and check out Gopal's today. Also, Flo. Yeah. What's that? Nah, you ain't serious. Give me Flo. Give me Flo, give me Flo. Huh? All right, but let me get Flo.
It's time to see.
So when we're talking about crime and you're looking at crime and things like that, home invasions and whatnot, we want you to ensure that your property is secure. So no matter the space or the budget, your home deserves more than just security. It deserves armor security, powered by Flow in partnership with All Pro, a home security solution that protects what matters most. For just $4 a day, you can visit Flow in-store or online at discoverflow.co for details. Flow, bringing security home. And we have a new client called Roll Right. So let's get Roll Right up there. Right, nice man. So located on Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chaguanas, Roll Right has everything you need to keep your ride in top shape. From new and used tires to speed balancing and 3D computerized wheel alignment, they've got it all covered. At Roll Right, you can also get the full suite of vehicle maintenance services, including comprehensive suspension and vehicle repairs, injector flow bench diagnostic testing, and ultrasonic cleaning, servicing, oil changes, and vehicle diagnostic scanning. Plus, Roll Right offers a wide selection of high-quality vehicle batteries, ensuring you're always powered up for the road ahead. Open Mondays to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit them today at Salim Avenue, Monroe Road, Chaguanas, or call 303-8344. Find them on all social media platforms. Roll Right Alignment and Service Center, always rolling right. All right? So, with that, Terence Yal Singh was on the campaign trail in his constituency. And we're going to run you a little clip of what he had to say. This has to do with the headline in the paper this morning where he said they're giving you weed and all kind of... Look, run the clip for me. I tell you.
To do. And that work has to continue in 2025, 2030. What is the UNC offering to young people in Francis? They're offering you $60,000. They're buying you out. They're offering you weed. They're offering you rum. They're offering you no future. But the PNM is always a party seeking the best interest of our young people. Moving forward, I know there are many young people, especially young men, who are unemployed and who see a future only working in the corporation or the hospital. But I want to tell young men of Francis, there is a better, more sustainable, higher paying future for you. And that future lies in the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, where there are 25 training programs to offer young men a future. It matters whether you have 5 CXC, 4 CXC, 3 CXC, 2 CXC, 1 CXC, or no CXC. This is a government of second and third chances. We are going to bring into St. Joseph, as I brought a community center for my tower, as I brought a community center for Cayman, we are going to situate in St. Joseph under the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, a youth entrepreneurship development center, where young men and women of Irvine who may not have done good in school for no fault of yours, but we recognize you need a second chance in life, a third chance in life. Because your future is not in a low-paying job. Your future is to get you occupied and to be self-sufficient. I'll give you an example. Cars these days are either electric or hybrid. Minister Foster Cummins' ministry has trained over 400 young men to fix hybrid cars. Fixing hybrid cars, your future is assured, because that's where the automotive industry is going. And we want you to go with them. We want you to advance with them so that you can open your own garage. Be an...
I don't even think I need to make a comment there. Oh, God. I really don't even think I need to make a comment there. Anyhow, I'll sing. Talk your talk and bump your gum, right? Give me the Alicia Sibaran headline. And I'll talk to Dr. Rajiv Sriram about this today and see where we headed. Right? Let me just get our headline up. I'll take our call in the meantime. Hello, good morning. Yeah, morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
What's going on there?
I did cool, man.
And our previous post, Mr. Terence Jansen says $5,000 weed and bullets. Now it's 60,000. Well, if Terence Jansen had all that information, and the previous post in the Facebook page said 2 black vans carry the information to the police.
Yep.
And then intercept the van and them and arrest the people and them who are all this contraband and illegal substances in the vehicle. You didn't do that yet?
Sounds simple, eh? Yeah, that would be the obvious thing to do, but you know.
Yeah, if you didn't do that, then he's part of the problem if this whole thing is true. Because in our previous post, he said that weed and bullet and Hennessy and all kind of thing, you know. I'm blue note sharing, you know.
What about forgetting all of that and putting that aside? What about the promise of you don't need no CXC passes, you don't have to have no passes, we will get you a high paying job?
Well, all the ministers prove that because we know grade 5 is a pass marker, right? A lady says she ain't bothered to show up in the maths exam. And a man has put S before E when he's spelling does. You know that?
Yeah.
So then prove that.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Me had to read and spell.
No, you're not a read and spell for me. I understand exactly where you're coming from. Yeah.
You understand that, right? So he proved that. And he does what it is. Discipline, production, and tolerance is you.
I see the quota of
together we
arms.
aspire, together we achieve. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We them prove that. So we saying is factual. They may need to know maths. They may need to know maths to be a ministry. But on a serious note, this EBC thing is to frustrate people. I see that video on Facebook. I'm on 1.5 special. Wait, no special voters have a couple thousand people. So you can sit down and wait for 1.5 the cast a ballot taking it.
The purpose of special voting is that you're in and you're out.
1 minute to do. There's a trickle, a little bit of people coming there, guys. The defense force, police, coast guard, etc., etc. That trickling. So they tell you, the stand up there and wait, they go deal with you sometime. That is to frustrate people.
Yeah.
To frustrate people. A lot of stuff happen. Good and bad. Crafter games going on. I look at watch it on YouTube. I think me if it's showing on the government station, I have no idea.
Nah, Sportsmax had the right to that. We were in the stadium on Friday.
Oh yeah. Well, it's free on YouTube.
But yeah.
Sportsmax running free on YouTube.
All right,
cool,
man.
See me this morning, eh? Yeah, man?
Huh?
I say go see me this morning.
Yeah, no problem, man. Cool.
Right, you go talk. You take it easy.
All right. Man, serious about the run, boy. Come in, boy. Come in. Come in to register. Morning.
Stefan, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
How's your weekend?
I did cool. My weekend was relaxing, man.
Mine too, brother.
When it's religious weekends, I do get involved in posting nothing with politics and things like that, and you know what I mean. But go ahead.
Yeah. Cool. You know, I would like them, boy. I would like the police, boy, or somebody to investigate Foster Commons with that word that he used, boy. About he left them.
On the platform.
Results. Give them the result on the platform, boy.
You say we let go that result first, and then
yeah. I mean, look at that. That is plain showing you exactly what the EBC import a statement saying that they condemn that the words that Foster Commons using it.
Yeah.
Nothing in it. They ain't saying nothing like that in it.
Ricky Ahmad
message. Then the next thing is
Ahmad messaged me over the weekend. He says, Stefan, like the new way to spell PNM is EBC.
Well, I'm telling you. And the next thing, imagine, right, the EBC, right? You listen to Terence Dial sing, telling, but police should go this morning and hold Terrence Dial thing and bring him for questioning. You understand? You for people to say you see bullets and this and the police hasn't reached out yet for you to come and find out what it is really going on.
Yeah.
This is madness in this country, boy.
Yeah.
This election. I either telling somebody, right, this election. If you don't watch what you're doing, PNM go on with this again. No.
I have confidence in the people. I mean, look, like I say,
you have confidence in them. I have
if you,
confidence in the EBC.
Yeah, but if you, like, I told them with the American election as well. If you were listening to the mainstream media, huh?
I will listen off it.
Yeah, cool. If you were listening to the mainstream media, you would think otherwise. If you follow social media and you're on social media and you are listening to people express themselves, it's trending almost the same, where you are seeing a lot of people being very, very bold in a lot of their statements. And these aren't people that are being paid no $40,000. As a matter of fact, I have a woman down in Diego Martin West, she put out a video over the weekend. I don't have time to run it today, but maybe tomorrow. Oh God, tomorrow is the police and Pastor John. I will find a space, we will run it. Morning.
Stephen, man on the ground here.
Yeah, go ahead, man on the ground.
Stephen, I want to know how the EBC does carry out their act for the election. Now, there is a lot of ballots so to be right?
They send out
to vote, to know
polling cards. You get your polling cards.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I same ballot. Sorry. How they're really analyzing this? Because here we're going on. A deceased receive one of the polling cards. Is the EBC supposed to know who died and who had died?
Okay.
I mean, they might not all accurate.
Okay, hold on. Let me explain it. Let me tie that into another serious problem we have in Trinidad, right?
Right.
When dead people get in polling card, that is another example of the systems in Trinidad and Tobago being total failure. We have a central statistical board, correct? That's supposed to be, that's supposed to have a lot of data and statistics on many different aspects of society, right? Yet, that statistical board, I am sure, are years behind. It have nothing up to date in that board. And people still using that data to create conversations and so on and so forth today, right? But that data is old data. When is the last time they update that data? So on your point with the EBC, that could be a fault within the system of those things just not being updated so that the EBC doesn't have an updated list of their electorate and who is deceased and who is not. So it could be all those things linked to that.
So they will be sending it to because it's not up to date.
Well, I would think that if they're sending a polling card to somebody who dead, it is because whatever list that they're working with has not been updated properly.
Nothing updated.
Because wherever they get that information from, I don't know if they get the information from births and deaths in the hospital or wherever they get it from, but wherever they get that information from, the information is not being updated on a regular basis now. So it could be a result of that.
Yeah, and the last note here, Stefan, the Terrell thing talking about $60,000 on weed, but I don't know, I could be wrong here, but not only the PNM Watch, they say that every person in a home or every household could have 2 ganja tree in the yard.
Yeah, but they never really opened up the market for it. What the opposition leader was saying on a platform, I don't know if it was in La Hoqueta or wherever it was, but I know that she spoke of these farms, that you would get the opportunity to have your farm, and that we could get into that aspect of things in terms of economic activity, you know, as a revenue earner. And it is a huge industry, the medicinal marijuana. You see, that's what she's talking about. But this clown going on a microphone and trying to sell to people that they're giving away weed for people. The woman talk about the dangers of marijuana and smoking marijuana and this, that. The woman talk about all that on the platform. And she spoke specifically to medicinal marijuana. But this clown now, he go now talking on a mic, they're giving away weed. That's the level of conversation that they bring into the table then, if you understand what I'm saying. And
it's true, but you know, you will get a kind of...
God, all of you begin to sense, man.
Because by the end of the day, the end of the day, remember, I did sing the other side, the other side will sing side. But then again, by Stefan, I hope the population and the people in our country here know what they really want, because they're going through already, almost going to make it 10 years, but by the end of the day, I hope people know what they're really doing, and it's not my right, so not nobody's right to say. That is
right.
your choice to vote who you want. Take care, Stefan.
Yeah, man, no problem. Right? You know, I mean, if you listen to what the lady was saying, what she spoke about, she spoke specifically to the medicinal marijuana market as a revenue earner, giving people the opportunity to grow and boy, look now. Me enable. You see, I think we are at a stage where I can't take all this nonsense again, you know. I'm telling all this serious, you know. Morning. It's agitating me now.
Morning.
Yeah.
Morning, Stefan. What's going on, man?
I cool, man.
6 more days for D-Day, boy.
Well, 6 more days ago, yeah.
Let me tell you something. For the 10 years the government changed, I don't think 1 week passed since then that we didn't discuss some issue in this country concerning the governance that we had to face for the past 10 years.
Right.
Whether it's crime, whether it's food price, every single thing you could think about, we discussed. And I'm sure every citizen of this country was affected in some way with the governance in the country, especially the fuel prices and all kind of things.
Right.
Murder rate, let me say approximately 6,000 people was murdered under this regime for the 10 years. I'm sure every citizen in this country somehow knows somebody and a murder affected them.
Yeah.
And you telling me we have a decision to make? We have a decision to make? There's no decision to make. Every right-thinking human being in this country should know what is good and bad. Otherwise, we mad. Otherwise, you walking in fire and saying that, oh, there's water. Something had to be wrong with me. What it is, people that's hired. Why your boss hire you for? To come and make your show fail? For nobody to tune in and breaking down?
Right.
If you was a failure there, and you would have get rid of you immediately.
Yeah, one time.
So what is the decision we have to make as adults in this country, especially for the future of the Trinidad and Tobago? There is not a decision to make. I just always say, this election, people talk about murder, this is the easiest decision any Trinidadian have to make in their life.
Right.
For themselves and this country. And you know, everything in this anytime we use words in Trinidad and Tobago, it applies differently.
Yeah.
Like, if we use dotish, when you're using dotish, it's either you're born dotish, you grow up dotish, you say something dotish, or you do something dotish. You know, Terence Yelsing fall under all of the above.
Oh,
that man can't be more dotish than a human being. But oh God, bust up jockey shorts and put for mass and all kind of. Oh God, but Stefan, have a good day, man.
Yeah,
Training.
No problem. Well, I didn't even know that is hybrid and electric vehicles that they're moving towards. Like, I don't know about them fellas, and I'm like, I have a vessel. My vessel in hybrid. I take combustible engine. You understand? And there's many of them all over. All ever see the bill when you go to fix a hybrid or electric vehicle? You ever see the bill? Chris, you ever see the bill? Chris, have you seen that bill? Boy, you talking about that? It's that people. Boy, look there. Hear that, boy. I really don't know what's going on in this place. Probably Alicia Sieber had that line for me. I know you had it up a little while ago, but let me just let people know what's going on in case they missed it. So, 27-year-old woman was paralyzed after taking COVID-19 vaccine and later died by suicide. Her husband will be suing the state. So, Dr. Rajiv Siriram, who has been trying to contact me all weekend on this, Doc, don't ignore us. It's Easter weekend. I am a Catholic. I just put on my sword on weekends like this, and it's more about just being at peace and finding a little peace and a little space now, boy. I'm glad to see that the husband he has gotten the go-ahead from the lawyers, right? And I want him to go for the Alsing and them. No, for real. For real. They did nothing for this girl. Nothing. And so many others, eh? But Alicia Sibiran was one of the cases that Dr. Rajiv Sriram and others were very close to monitoring. And I remember we tried to help with the physiotherapy and things like that. She just got totally frustrated and she committed suicide. But she was forced into taking that vaccine. She took the Pfizer. She was paralyzed 24 hours later from the neck down. And it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Nice family, you know, out in Arima there. And Terence Yalsing and them could be walking around with a microphone, talking in nonsense, talking, after they did nothing for this girl, he and Parasram. You too, Parasram, we ain't forget you. It come in. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll get to set Viola aboard. Interestingly enough, 420 is the topic, right? So, of course, when we say 420, all you know is Gyancha we're talking about. All right, so he's going to chat about that when we come back. Do not forget, people, I will be here from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking registrations for Run Stefan Run. I urge you to come and get registered if you haven't done it online. The online registration is still available, but we open the walk-in registration today. I still have some running around to do. That's why I have to leave at 1 o'clock. So Kelmore should be here. But get registered, people. Run Stefan Run Sunday, May 25th. And yeah, 2 charities, Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago and the Couva Children Crisis Center. I was very taken aback when I saw the 15-year-old autistic girl who was found murdered in Barrackpore. And the man, the suspect eventually killed himself. And I think the police said that he was his suspect as well, or wanted for another young girl in the area as well. You know? And I say, look at that, hey boy, I choose autism this year, and you know? But this is how it is. God has always guided me to go in a particular direction, and that's exactly where we're going. Right? For those of you who are on board with us, please get registered. We're trying to hit at least 800 people this year. So make sure and get out and come out and support. All right? It's be a terrific morning. All right? And you're getting a complimentary breakfast as well. You know what I mean? So even for those who bring any children that under the age that, you know, we're not taking any money for, they're not getting any jersey or anything like that, but they will get a breakfast. All right? Although they ain't paying for it. We organize it a nice little something for them. All right? So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we got Seth Viola aboard joining us. Stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
When UNC wins, retirees win, because we will work together to decrease taxes on your retirement benefits and private pensions. When UNC wins, retirees win. They worked hard their whole life and paid tax their whole life, and when you retire, you're still paying tax. We will work to reduce that tax on your pensions and your retirement benefits.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
People are just fed up. Over the last 10 years, you have seen a barrage of bad government decisions which have eroded your quality of life. Do you feel more secure today than you were 10 years ago? Are your assets more secure today than they were 10 years ago? If you answer honestly, all of you will say a resounding no, no, no. I know you're constantly whispering about where the future of TNT is heading. But one of our roles, my role, is to give a voice to your endless whispers. The PNM does not have the right to ruin your ambition and cripple your standard of living. The country did not decline so steeply by magic. The people in government whose hands have been on the steering wheel, like Vishnu Dan Paul and Colin Imbert, they have driven us over the precipice. And so I ask you tonight to ask yourselves some questions. Ask yourself, is it normal now for me to accept that any day, anywhere, I could be shot in the head? I could be kidnapped? I could be raped? Ask yourself, is that normal? Are there these questions in any way unreasonable? Has anyone in government given you good answers to these questions? No, they have not. They have not. They just continue to squeeze you more and more. There is something called learned helplessness in psychology. It is when you are faced with a constant barrage of terrible situations and conditions that you have tried to change, but you just can't. You eventually give up trying, even when new opportunities come your way to make change possible. You give up trying. So you learn to be helpless, even when simple changes could remove a massive block in front of you. What you should be aware of, and what is scary, is that some people in power can manipulate circumstances to force you to live as though you are helpless to change things. Whenever I say this, it touches people's nerves. They immediately know that this condition, and they can identify the PNM as the architects of this condition of helplessness. Our country is in a mess. It needs to be fixed. And the UNC, together with our coalition of interest, we will fix TNT with your help. We will fix it.
On April 28th, vote UNC. Because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
Adventure lives here, where nature inspires every step.
Set sail and explore the wonders of our islands.
Feel the rhythm of our festivals.
Joyful, vibrant, and unforgettable.
Whether you seek adventure
or tranquility, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has it all.
Ready to unlock your potential?
Welcome to Open Minds Education from preschool to high school. We bring expert tutoring right to your home 100%, with a stunning 450% growth in enrollment. We're transforming education with real results at Open Minds. It's more than grades, we're building future leaders with academic and life skills. Don't wait. Call or WhatsApp 388-6635 or register now at www.openminds.education.
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn this morning, but it's about 17 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. And of course, immediately following the repeat of this program, you can look out for the Christian Union Church and Dr. Dave donation and the powerful word of the Christian Union Church located at the corner of Bagatelle and Saddle Road in San Juan. All right, before we get to Seth Wile aboard, we get into him now. And we'll chat with him this 420 topic here, which should be very interesting. I want to remind you guys about GoPauls. So don't let muscular pain and injuries win. Consult a specialist with over 30 years of experience. Ease those aches and pains. Visit licensed massage therapist at GoPaul's Massage Therapy Center, located at number 68 Market Street, GoPaul Lands in Marabella. Foreign trained and licensed in Florida, Trinidad and Tobago, with over 30 years of experience. Call 658-3907 or 496-1111. And services include medical massage therapy, sports injury treatment, aromatherapy, Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, sports massage, and much more. All right? So make sure to check them out. So we get to Seth Wile aboard. We are 16 minutes away. We got 10 minutes to chat with him here on 420, which is International Weed Day. What's going on, Seth?
Good morning. Good morning.
I find you looking like a surgeon this morning, boy. What's going on?
Yeah, that's the difference with the V-neck, eh?
Yeah. Talk to us, man. What do we need to know about 420?
All right, so 420, which of course is associated with marijuana use, is like a unofficial holiday for people that indulge. And of course, it just so happened that 420 fell on Sunday, which was Easter. So there's a lot of posts and memes and stuff with regards to 420. So let's give a little history on the origin of it. So the most accepted theory on the origin of it started in 1970, or dates back to 1970, with some high schoolers in California. And they decided to meet up after school, or used to meet up after school at 4:20 p.m. to search for a cannabis crop that was abandoned, right? So they used to go to search for it at 4:20 after school and evenings, and that's how the code name 420 was used by them to say 420, so they know where to meet up, right, to search for this crop. And then later on, that was being more popular by a rock band called the Grateful Dead, which was a rock band that existed since the 1965.
Yeah.
So they made it more popular, right? So they started to use the 420 term even more. And of course, since then, as a growing popularity, it has become this unofficial holiday around the world. All right. Now, when it comes to marijuana use, I'm gonna just show some science with regards to some of the latest information on it, on the usage of marijuana. Keep in mind, the more something becomes decriminalized or legalized, is the more studies and data can be collected on it, because it's now no longer an illegal substance. When a substance is illegal, it is very difficult for the scientific community to be able to do proper studies and research on it, because it is an illegal substance. So to get clearance, to have certain quantities to be used to do testing is very, very limited. But as it's becoming more and more legalized around the world and decriminalized, more data is coming out on it. So as we see here, as I share my screen here, It says a Cambridge study into chemical composition of marijuana smoke at a time when the drug's use and legalization is on the rise in certain countries have revealed that a single puff contains more than 100 toxic chemicals. All right? If we read the side note here, it says our study demonstrates how smoke from a marijuana joint produces larger, potentially hazardous particles than a tobacco cigarette on average. And it is this difference in the size of the particles and other physiological characteristics that can determine where in the lungs they and the chemicals they are composed of get deposited. If we go into some more details, it says here, it reveals that potentially hazardous particles in marijuana smoke are on average 29% larger than the particles found in tobacco smoke, and the total particulate matter, also known as particle population, contained in a typical marijuana joint is of a mass of 3.4 times larger than that of a tobacco cigarette. So we're seeing some information coming out here that's not in a positive light with regards to marijuana. In fact, if I go a little bit more detail, it would talk about different volatile components or fractions in the smoke or compounds, and it would say that for tobacco and marijuana smoke, respectively, tobacco would contain 4,350 semi-volatile compounds, and marijuana 2,575. All right. When it comes to things that are known carcinogens that could cause, as they would say here, carcinogenic, mutagenic, and teratogenic, and other toxic mechanisms, marijuana contains 110 different components, while tobacco 173. Keep in mind that marijuana is still a bit denser, 3.4 times denser than tobacco, the smoke from it. So while it might have a little bit less harmful compounds than cigarettes, it can cause, or it's very possible to cause the same amount of damage or even more damage than tobacco cigarettes. Because a lot of people are not of the understanding of what we call phytochemicals. And last week, I believe it was last week, when I touched on stuff with regards to glycation, the smoking of anything is bad for your health. The smoking of anything is bad for your health, right? And the smoking of things with regards to things that derive from plants also causes instant glycation, and that is terrible for the health. So many people are out here and they are going to say, oh, tobacco is natural, as if everything in nature is safe. That is not true. And we need to understand and accept that. Not because something is from nature means that it is safe, right? In fact, the most toxic chemicals you can find are chemicals that are extracted from nature, all right? And we need to get that out of our mind. The other thing is people say, oh, they're trying to, do stuff and keep us away from natural remedies that heal. I want us to look at some ads from in the past, some vintage cigarette ads, right? Let me know if you're seeing this screen good here.
Yeah.
Right, some vintage cigarette ads. Let me enlarge it a little bit. Seeing what it says here? Kingsman asthmatic cigarettes, right?
Yeah.
Cigarettes were marketed to treat asthma in the past. Look what it says here as directions for use. Use as an ordinary cigarette, but inhale the smoke deeply into the bronchial tubes. Use the cigarettes when you feel an attack coming on, but not more than 4 to 6 in a 24-hour period. Right? This is what's the advice for cigarettes. Similarly, how people are promoting marijuana and saying, hey, have these good qualities of it. It may help with some symptoms. But just like every other pharmaceutical on the market, you have to look at the side effects. And this is the thing that people don't pay attention to. Look at some other ads in the past year. Right? Do you smoke after strenuous exercise? Right? One way to appreciate Spud's real coolness. Right? So they're saying take a smoke after strenuous exercise. These were all ads for cigarettes. right? Look at what it says here with camels. Not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking camels. Look what it says here. More doctors smoke camels than any other cigarette, right? These are the things that have been marketed in the past, right? Here's what throat specialists reported about camels. Mildness. Not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking camels. This is what was promoted in the past, right? An army man must keep fit, reach for a lucky instead of a sweet, right? So I'm showing all of this. Dentists vote all gold first for throat ease, right? So I'm showing all of this to say that just like what is going on with marijuana today, where all you're hearing about is the positives, the positives, the positives. That is exactly what went on in the past with cigarettes until more research was done, right? And more data come out showing that cigarettes is the leading cause of lung cancer, right? Lung cancer in the past, way back, was extremely rare. It used to be so rare that when a case of lung cancer pop up, they used to gather the medical students to come and visit this patient because it was so rare. Now today it's very common, right? Now, of course, we understand that smoking don't just cause lung cancer. It causes many other health issues, including cardiovascular diseases as well, right? It is the same for marijuana. Marijuana is equally as dangerous or more dangerous. But of course, as it becomes more and more decriminalized and legalized, more and more research is being done. So those dangers are going to eventually be known more to the public. The only problem is the time it's going to take for it to be known. A lot of people are going to be harmed by it during that time span. So I want to encourage people. Smoking of anything is bad. Anything you are burning and inhaling is bad. If that wasn't the case, when they have a fire in a house, they wouldn't tell you to cover your nose.
Well, what about I know it's a bit different, but then not too different. What about this vaping thing that people doing?
Oh, vaping is another problem, right? And vaping, because of the nicotine in it, is highly, highly addictive. And what they are starting to research is the coils in the vape, the toxins produced by the coils in the vape.
Because you realize, I don't know if you've realized it, but I have noticed it, right? It's like almost on every corner now there's a smoke shop.
Correct. So what
they
happened
just keep
is,
popping up like all over the place.
what happened? Because of vaping and the nicotine in it, the nicotine is usually way higher than what you would get from a cigarette.
From a cigarette, yeah.
So it is way more addictive, right? In the earlies when vaping started in the US, right, it caused a huge addiction till like in the toilets, you would find like 40 students in the toilets come with a pillow and blanket just to sit down in the toilet and vape. It was that addictive. They were taking all their allowances and spending it to buy these refill cartridges. So it became a huge, huge problem because of how addictive it is.
Wow.
So what they started to look into now is the coils, because remember, this is an extract. So it's a bit cleaner than when you're smoking cigarette. So it have less toxins, right? But that addictive tendency, and then they're looking at the coils, what chemicals are being given off by the coil to heat that oil. And that there has some potential hazard state. But of course, more research is being done. Because remember, these things are relatively new.
Yeah.
It's relatively new, so it's going to take time. But like I would tell anyone, putting in any form of smoke in your lungs does not have any positives to
effect.
it. Right? No positives to it.
All right, Seth. Well, I want to thank you this morning, man. And maybe we could look a little deeper as the research goes along with the vaping, because I see a lot of people resorting to that. Some of them coming off of cigarettes and they're starting to vape and they're saying it's safer and this and that and the other.
Right, but they're going to get more
maybe it's something. I know the jury out on it. Yeah,
they're going to get more hooked on the nicotine.
What's that?
They're going to end up more hooked and addicted to the nicotine.
Yeah,
so they're going to start to use it even more than how they used to smoke before.
All right, so people, you can contact Seth on 761-1952. That is 761-1952. Or 2793935. 2793935. Seth, thanks a lot this morning, man.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. And people, with that, we're going to take our final break. When we come back, we have to... Oh, Lord, where's this one now? When we come back, we'll get to the birthdays, but we have a report here coming in of a double murder in Cunupia. So this morning, there's been a double murder in Cunupia, but have no fear. The police have the crime situation under control. And stay tuned.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
I retired in 2002. When I retired, my pension was $1,000 from NIS. When Mr. Bicester came into power in 2010, my pension rose to $3,000. Now I'm hearing PNM say, if you have money saved, they could take away your pension. I can't wait to vote UNC again. When UNC wins, senior citizens like myself win.
That was a paid political advertisement.
The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025 on May 6th. Pure Jazz featuring Mateo Mancuso. On May 8th, Grammy-nominated Jasmine Horn. I remember you. On May 7th, Kingdom Night, Maverick City Music. Gospel powerhouse Tasha Cobbs Leonard. On May 9th, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer unite. Young Brother, Patrice Roberts, Ricky T, The Story. On May 10th, the world unite for World Beats. Nigeria's Ruga. Joe Duet Feely. Summer Walker. The ultimate celebration on May 11th. Ronald Boo Hinkson. John Legend's soulful voice. Dance under the stars to Earth, Wind and Fire's hits. Purchase tickets at stluciajazzandartsfestival.com.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
The following is a paid political advertisement.
We know how it sounds. Another speech, another promise. It's too good to be true. You're right to feel that way, because for too long, we've been told to expect less, to accept less. But this time, it's different. The UNC is ready to invest in you, in education that excites, industries that inspire, and opportunity that lifts us all. It's not a dream, it's a plan. On April 28th, vote UNC, because when UNC wins, everybody wins.
That was a paid political advertisement.
All right, people, so we're back and we got to wrap things up. Don't forget, immediately following the repeat of this program, Christian Union Church. Look out for that. Pastor Dave donation. Powerful words. And I want to just let people know that we have a few days until the general election. And that will be on the 28th. On the 29th, I will be flying out to St. Thomas. All right, with a team from Synergy TV. We will be coming live with Breaking Dawn from St. Thomas Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday morning next week. All right? St. Thomas Carnival, we're covering that. All right? And just after that, we have a team flying out to St. Lucia for the Jazz and Arts Festival. So, Royal Bacchanal coming is from one plane to the next, straight off the jumbo jet. All right? That's how we're rocking. So, make sure and be aware, on the 29th, the day after the election, I am coming here to do my show live, and then I have to catch a flight. I ain't saying what time, because man getting gone down by the airport now at arrival. So I ain't even talking that talk. Right. Chris, Chris, like he worried boy. Don't worry, Chris. Go in a separate car. We'll call a ride chair for you. You can put up in a ride chair. All right? You're not a roll with me. All right, so I'll tell you what. We got some birthdays very quickly here. Happy belated birthday going out to my uncle Greg. Donation or donation. All right. Greg is 70-something. Nobody really knows his age. We know he ain't at 80 yet, and we know he passed 75. All right. But, that's my uncle that I stay with now. So in Woodbrook. So happy belated birthday to him. His birthday was actually on the 20th of the 4th. He born on International Weed Day. Yeah. Happy 4th birthday to Rahul Ramraj. Celebrating it on Tuesday, today, the 22nd of April. And birthday greetings coming out from Cuddles, I guess. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Oh, okay, hold on. Rahul Ramraj, right, from his mama, papa, daddy, and mommy. All right? Cuddles is the one that sent the email. All right, cool, nice. Happy birthday, buddy. Easy, nice. Children's Salon holidays, right? Also, wishing Princess Ari a happy belated birthday. May Allah continue to bless her with many more happy, healthy years and success. And we all love her very much, from her grandparents, Azad and Mary, her dad, Hakeem, her brother, Kareem, and the rest of the family. Nice, man. Happy 60th birthday going on to Andrea Ramcharan. Today marks not just another year, but a beautiful milestone in your life. 60 years of grace, strength, and unconditional love. And we are so blessed to celebrate this special day with you. All right, and this is coming from your loving daughters, Amy and Rebecca, your devoted husband, Asirad, and your two wonderful sons-in-law. We all want to wish you the happiest of birthdays. All right? So happy birthday going out to you, Andrea Ramcharan. Right, we have about 5 more. Okay. Greetings going out to Tony. Yeah, this is Tony here. So Tony, happy birthday to you. Coming from the entire family. All right? He does not miss the show, so it will surprise him. Tony! Nice, man. Nice, Tony. Big up, Tony, man. Happy birthday. Let me see what else I got here. Right. So we got to say happy birthday going on to Leslie Mahabir and his grandson, Zachary Khan. A wonderful birthday today. All right. And these greetings are coming from Bernadette, Dana, Maria, Leah, Daryl, Raymond, and Caleb. All right. So happy birthday going out to Leslie Mahabir and his grandson, Zachary Khan. Nice one. 2 of them celebrated the birthday on the same day. Also, good morning, Stefan and crew. Happy birthday to Janita Ayong from mom and dad, sisters Janice and Janicia, nieces Amrita and Kiara, and Maggie the cat. Nephew Justin and brother-in-law Kevin. And also, the latest addition to the family, her daughter, Bella the cat. Lord. Janita's birthday is today, the 22nd of April. And yeah, man, happy birthday to you. All right, enjoy your day. Two more. Good morning. I just want to take this time to wish my mom a very wonderful birthday. May God bless you and grant you many more years to come. And we hope that He gives you everything you deserve in this life. And to say thank you for always being there for everybody. And I hope you enjoy your day to the fullest. Mommy, from your loving daughter, Antonia, who appreciates you very much, your husband, Antonio, and your mother, Cheryl. And her birthday was April 20th. All right, so happy birthday to you, my dear. Finally, well, I have one more after this. Emailing you from Sarasota, Florida, on the 19th of April. Let me see. Oh, gosh. They didn't put the lady's name, man. All right. So we would like to wish a belated birthday going out to an 82-year-old woman coming down from her daughter, Marsha, son-in-law, Akil, and grandchildren, Alessandro and Simonetta, right? Or Simonetta. So those birthday greetings are going out to we do not know who, but she's 82 years old. And she have a daughter named Marsha and a son-in-law named Akil. And she have two grandchildren named Alessandro and Simonetta. Or Simonetta. All right? And finally, remember to put the name of the people there. Oh, Lord, Father. Right? Finally, I have a little child birthday I was supposed to mention since last week. And I keep forgetting. My mother sent it in an email. And I keep forgetting. Oh, God, she said the poor child was watching. Right. So we're going to say happy birthday going out to Kristen. Kristen, coming down from all of us here at Synergy TV, and your mom, Josette. So happy birthday, Kristen. And I only hope that you're watching this morning like you was watching last week as well. So with that, we wrap things up for today, people. We out until tomorrow. We are Behind the Badge and Pastor John on. And we will get some content in there as well and some phone calls. But until then, have a great day. Goodbye.
Good morning. Welcome to Breaking Dawn.